Delino DeShields is the new man on the squad, and he finds himself in the starting lineup after the... So here's Trey Mancini, and as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. High in the air out to center field. DeShields is there. Makes the play, one away. Striding into the box, Delino DeShields. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The center fielder.
And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1.
Right now.
And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball, 1-1.
Hey, find a gap, kid, find a gap.
Check swing, no swing, says the home plate umpire, ball 2.
Hey, need you
He would have had to go with the old school Tommy Hawk approach on that one if he wanted to get on top, but he was able to lay off it.
A swing here on the fastball, and this will get fouled off to the right side. Here now the 2-2. Hit to third. Oh, just a brutal hop, and it goes right by him.
Attaboy, way to get on the side. Check the outfielders here.
Standing in, Bo Bichette. He had a couple of hits in yesterday's contest.
Number 11.
Let it rip.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Fastball swung on and missed for the first out.
Really impressive pitching right there. Sometimes as a pitcher you can get frustrated when you make a good pitch and you don't get that call from the umpire. But what does he do? He comes back with a good pitch and gets the strike.
Swing and he pops him up. Alberto ranges back and he has it for out number 2. DeShields is off of first with 2 away.
Batting fourth, the shortstop, Lorden.
Hit in the air to right field. Right fielder is on the run. He's there to make the play, and that'll... Bottom of the third now. Now in the box, Delino DeShields. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. And he'll start in with a fastball that misses down and away for a ball, 1-0. Downstairs, 2 balls and no strikes.
Hey, always a good idea to take a couple of pitches when you're facing a young arm like this one. And now he's put himself in a real good hitter's count.
Now a swing and a deep drive to left, and it ain't coming back. Gone! A solo shot here to left, his first home run of the season, as the Blue Jays have rallied back to tie it at 2.
Hey, every once in a while, this speed guy will jump up and bite one.
So it's back to the top of the order now. And up to bat next, Delino DeShields. First pitch on its way. Hit to first. Davis has it, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. 1 left for Toronto. Through. And here's the second-generation big leaguer Delino DeShields. And I think the question becomes, how much longer are they going to stick with this starter? Fatigue could very well become a factor at some point.
Yeah, that's always a tough question to answer for a manager, especially when your guy's still pitching well. You've got to kind of look for some signs. Is he starting to get hit more? Is he losing his command? Even if he's still throwing strikes, stuff like that.
Yeah, good points to keep an eye on if he continues on much longer. And it's 2 balls and a strike to the Jays' leadoff batter.
Let it rip right here.
Now the 2-1. A swing and a ground ball to third. And that's through into left field for a base hit. And with that, the go-ahead runs up to second now with only 1 away.
Well, they've been treating him like a punching bag out there. As we take a look at the line, you can see that he's given up double-digit hits, and things don't look like they're going to get any better. He might not last much longer.
And that misses for ball 4, so the potential go-ahead run moves over to third now. At the plate, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. His career numbers in this matchup, he's a perfect 5 for 5. On a line to shortstop. And now a crucial spot. Bases loaded. Two men gone. And that brings up the exciting Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Oh, and he misses for ball 4, and he's forced in the go-ahead run. So that'll bring in Teoscar Hernandez. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. Looking to keep this a one-run game. The pitch. This is hit high and deep out to left. Santander looks up. Gone! It's a grand slam.
Man, that has to hurt. He was one pitch away from getting out of the inning without the wheels coming completely off. But guess what? Now this thing is stripped and on blocks.
So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Delino DeShields. 3 for 4 so far, and seeing it well in this ball game.
Wait for your pitch up there.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball 1. 7 runs, 11 hits, and no errors in the game for Toronto.
See and rip it up there.
Now here's one hit in the air to the right side, and that'll get down for a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second, as there are 2 aboard now. Digging in, Bo Bichette. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point.
Boy, talk about having a day, Devo. Gets his 4th knock of the game, but mixed in with one of those 4 was a round tripper. Not a bad day.
Yeah, you have 5, maybe a handful of games that you can throw out 4 knocks.
Here's the shortstop now, Jose Iglesias. He comes to the plate as the last. Chance for his side. 2 out here in the 9th. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Chasing after it is DeShields. He can't get there, so the inning will continue. And the runner scores all the way from first as they try and chip away at their deficit. It's now a 7-4 contest. Well, they got great production at the plate from him in his debut with his new team.
They sure did. It's so huge to have a game like this after being traded. It just makes it so much easier to settle in and hopefully have a bunch more games like this one.
And now a crucial spot. Bases loaded. 2 men gone. And striding into the plate next will be Teoscar Hernandez. Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is. High and deep to right. Piscotty's going back. And that is off the wall in right field. The relay. And he'll get in there safely. They will hold the other runner at third, but it's a 2-run double. And with it, they've taken a 2-run lead. So digging in next will be Travis Shaw. Last time through was a base hit.
Yeah, and just another simple single to the outfield would be a big one right here. Don't try.
And it appears they're going to give him the intentional walk here, so now they'll have a force at any base with 2 gone. Settling in now, Reese McGuire. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. He's set. Here it comes. High and deep to right center. Gone! It's a grand slam. So he promptly unloads the bases with that one. Home run number 2 for him on the year, as it's now a 6-run ball game.
Wow, you can understand what the pitcher's thinking. He doesn't have an empty base, and he needs to get ahead of the count. All he wants to do is get that first pitch over for a strike, but the batter knew the same thing, and he jumped all over it, smashing it into seats for a 4-run blast.
Randall Grichuk at the plate now.
The right fielder, Randall.
As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. It was a backwards K, a strikeout looking for him in his last at-bat. Fouled off. 8 runs, 11 hits, and no errors in the game for Toronto. And the inning goes away in unceremonious fashion on a swing and a miss at a ball. So that brings up the always intense Matt Chapman. His lifetime batting line against Chase Anderson. He's 0 for 5. He's got it. And there's 1 away.
Now batting, the first baseman, Matt Olson.
So 1 gone for the A's in their half of the 6th. And that brings in the big power hitting first baseman, Matt Olson. He slaps that one away, and the count will be 0-1. A bouncer to the left side. Fielded cleanly. Throw on to first will get him. Score at 5-3 on the putout, though it looked more like a 6-3 ground ball. Nevertheless, there are 2 away now. So now it's Mark Hanna. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Well, it's been a good outing so far, but he hasn't really racked up the strikeout totals that you might. Ouch, that one hit him. Stepping into the box, Chris Davis. He singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Now the 1-0. Grounded to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So no run. T.J. McFarland enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch.
McFarland.
A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. Now some action in that Oakland bullpen as it looks like a lefty started to get it going down there. A bouncer up the middle. And that is by him on into center field. So good hitting on 0-2 nets him a leadoff single.
Adapt and persevere. That's what I always said on the offensive side. Down in the count right there. Batter hits a ground ball the other way. He's able to fight off a tough count and get himself a base hit.
A changeup floats outside here for ball 1. On the ground to the left side. To second for 1.
That was kind of a high degree of difficulty play that time. You see the off-balance throw to second base, and he couldn't get a lot on it, but they did get the out.
Out in front of it, strike 1.
Runner!
DeShields breaks from the bag. Pitch outside. The throw is not close as he's in there with a stolen base.
You don't see that very often against this guy. This guy has one of the best arms in the game, but still a successful steal of second base.
Back up the middle, and that's through into center field. Base hit. And he will beat the tag. Safe at the plate.
Sometimes it's hard to explain when a game is this lopsided. A lot of things just kind of snowball on you. One thing leads to another, a big hit, which leads to another, some bad defense, some shoddy pitching. Next thing you know, you look up and you're on the wrong side of a whole lot of badness.
So far, 2 for 3 in this one. Well hit, but also well fouled into the seats in left.
Hey, you guys know me. Hitting's a process of elimination, and I'm eliminating the changeup this next pitch. I'm on everything else.
Bichette stands at first with 1 out.
Popped foul, and it looks like that's going to make it into the VIP seats.
Hey, have an AB right here. I know it's frustrating the heck out of the pitcher. You keep fouling these pitches off, maybe one misses over the heart of the plate.
And he'll lay out to make a spectacular catch. Wow. The relay throw on to first, a double play. A run on. Bottom of the inning now. Into the box, Stephen Piscotty. He was punched out looking at strike 3 last time through.
Yeah, in today's game, certainly don't get completely reprimanded for too many strikeouts, but no one likes to go down looking. Expect him to be a little bit more aggressive at the dish this AB.
Sent out to straightaway center field. DeShields is there, and that's the first out of the inning.
Now batting.
Stepping up to the plate, Sean Murphy. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Here's a little chopper up the middle, reined in. And quickly there are 2 away.
The batter, number 5.
So 2 are gone now in the Oakland half of the 7th. And striding toward the plate to hit next, Tony Kemp. Line toward right center. And this is hauled in on the run as he takes quite a tumble but hangs on. Ready to begin the 8th. Striding in once again, Lourdes Gurriel. He's working on a 1 for 2 game so far. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And here's a ball hit in the air. And no one will track it down. Blue Jays shortstop with a 1-2 count.
2 strikes.
This ball's hit a ton out to center field. A ball that's carrying. And just short of a home run, this ball's off the wall. And the Jays are in business now. It's a leadoff double.
This right here is the difference between an average hitter and a very good hitter. The average hitter probably doesn't do anything with that pitch, but this guy goes down and gets it, muscling it to the outfield for an extra base hit.
Throws in time, and that's out number 1. And that brings up the left-handed hitting Travis Shaw. It's been a nice game for him. 3 hits, including a homer to this point. So a rather weak start to the at-bat as he misses badly there. It's 0-1. Sinker, 1 ball, 1 strike.
1-1.
Wow, kind of an interesting pitch call there. The batter flailed at the pitch away on the previous one, so you'd think you'd go right back there, but instead they decided to come in. Make him prove he can adjust before you do.
Kenna is in his tracks now as he makes the catch for out number 2.
Now batting, number 10.
He's set and the pitch. A ball and no strikes. That evens it up 1-1. Has a look, now the pitch. In the dirt here. Throw goes to third, and he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch. Now the 2-1. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Center fielder giving chase. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. In now, Marcus Semien. He'll try and do what he can to work toward cutting into this big deficit. Jordan Romano is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the eighth.
And a strike called at the letters. Look high to me, but it's 0-1.
Romano playing here in his age 26 season. He's in his rookie year here at the big league level. A shortstop behind with a 1-2 count.
High fastball right there with a 2-strike count. You know what that might be doing? Setting up the next pitch. Could be that hard slider down and away. Something breaking down and away off the plate.
This pitch is popped up. Shaw has a play. Makes the play, 1 away.
The batter.
And that'll bring in Ramon Laureano. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. And there's ball 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Sent in the air out to straightaway central. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
Now batting.
And that'll bring in Matt Chapman, who could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. 2 runs, 6 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for the A's so far. Fastball over the outside, but in there for a strike.
There seem to be different philosophies on it, so Dan, what was your approach in 0-2 count?
And we'll have to leave it there, as this is strike 3, and that will... All set for the start of the inning. Digging in, Rendell Grichuk. He went down on strikes last time up. A bouncer to the left side. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway. So striding in, Kevin Biggio. He singled his last time up. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Well below the knees, laid off on the changeup there. Not surprisingly here, this is on the ground to the right side. And they'll flip it to the pitcher covering for the out.
Now batting.
So stepping in, Delino DeShields. He reached on a fielder's choice previously. Trying to work that slider to the outer half, but it misses 1-0. High in the air out towards shallow right. Piscotty's there for it. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. And that'll bring up Matt Olson, starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point, but these guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. Swing and a miss, and that'll get a groan from the home supporters here. 1 away. Now at the plate, Mark Canha. Last time up, he was hit by a pitch.
Yeah, Matty, you're not lying. Last time up, squared right in the back. Hopefully it doesn't stiffen up. I want to see if he can get through something right here.
Fastball in there for a strike. 92 on the radar gun that time. And he fouls this one off. The 1-2. Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first. Now another 1-2. Ground ball foul down the left side. 1 out, nobody on. Swing, and there it goes. Deep to left field. And gone. An absolute bomb. Here's Chris Davis now.
I know hindsight's 20/20, but you can't throw that pitch to that guy. Don't forget, he homered yesterday, so you know he's locked in and ready to roll up there. We'll see if he learns from that mistake.
Guerrero backs up and takes care of it. 2 away.
Right fielder.
So that'll bring up Stephen Piscotty. Now a swing and a ground ball. This should do it. Scooped up. Throw on to first is going to be in time, and the Blue Jays have come in here and finished off a... The Jays have had some ups and some downs in the early going this year and find themselves still hovering around the 500 mark. For more on that, here's Heidi Watney.
Matt, coming into the season, we all expected this organization to be in rebuild mode, but they've actually been competitive. They are, at this point, in a lot better position than most expected, and the team seems to be buying in a little bit. Now, most still expect them to fade as the season progresses, but for these players, it's just the opposite. They expect to keep improving and fight their way into the race.
Thank you, Heidi. 2-1 the count to the White Sox first baseman.
Big sweeping breaking ball right there. Good pitch. But if he wants to get him to swing at it, he'll have to bring it in a little bit closer to the strike zone.
Here now the 2-2. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Long run for the right fielder. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. White Sox strand a couple. Still down by a count of 4-2. Jace Fry has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the eighth.
Number 57.
New inning set to get underway. Ready once again, Rendell Gritcha. He reached on a single last time and later wound up scoring. And now a swing and a miss, and that's what you call establishing the inside part of the plate. It's strike one. Fry has seen his role change with those one-batter lefty specialists going the way of the dodo as a part of MLB's pace of play initiatives. Lifts it into the air to shallow center. Robert comes on now, and he has it one down.
The batter, number 8.
So digging in now, Kevin Biggio. He flew out in his last at-bat. Ball one. A little late that time as he swings and misses for strike one. A bouncer to the left side. Moncada fields it cleanly. And a close play at first as he had to go up the ladder to get that one, but he kept a foot anchored on the bag, and that's your second out. Standing in, Derek Fisher. It was a solo shot for him in his last at-bat. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball one.
Wow, was he looking to swing the bat right there. Check pitch on his swing. That ball wasn't even close to the zone.
This one's blooped out toward right center field. Garcia onto the grass. He tracks it down. Coming to the plate now, Yasmani Grandal. It was a single for him in his last at-bat. Just gets a piece of it, strike one. Curveball close, but it's 1-1. 1-2 now. And now pitch on the way. swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first down.
Talk about blowing it by a guy. Geez, I mean, that fastball was way behind him when the swing came through the zone. I have to think he was looking for something off speed, and he just couldn't pull the trigger on that fastball.
And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. So coming to the plate, Adam Engel. Only 4 outs remaining for them to try and rally back in this one. And a check swing here, but he clearly went around on a pitch that would have been a strike anyway. It's 0-1. Try to bunt for a base hit here as he gets this one down. Throw not in time, and that'll go as a bunt single. Ready now for the White Sox, Leury Garcia. He represents the potential tying run if he can launch one or find a way around the bases.
Yeah, Matt, I kind of doubt he's thinking about it.
And hold on there. That's not going to get him. In there with the stolen base. 2 out here and a runner at second. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but that'll get foul. It's 0-2 now. And a slider, called strike 3 as he couldn't pull the trigger, and the side is retired. Kelvin Herrera enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th. First pitch on its way. Bo Bichette is in to start things off as he looks at a ball to start the inning, 1-0. Count even now at 1-1. Hit in the air down the right field line. And foul. Weak grounder down the line at third. Oh, and he can't come up with it. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
Now batting.
So a runner at first now with nobody out. And that brings up the big bat of Vladimir Guerrero Jr. From the stretch. And he'll look at a fastball just off the black, and it's even at 1. Action in the White Sox bullpen now as they have a left-hander getting loose. And he'll try to hold back the swing, but he'll do so unsuccessfully as that's ruled a strike. Line drive to center field. In there, a base hit. And now they'll have runners at the corners to start off the inning.
Dan, this guy's on fire. I used to say all the time it's about 150 ABs to 200 ABs where you start figuring out what type of season you're going to have. He's obviously in May, and he's on fire.
D-Road, he's been locked in from day 1 of this season, and it's continuing right now. Anything that is around the strike zone, he feels he can get the barrel to it, and he continues to hit line drives.
1-1 the count. Has a look, now the pitch. Hit in the air down the right field line. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. Working for the punch out and the offering. Fastball well outside. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Catch is made. Here comes the runner from third. And they will tack on another on the sac fly, make it a 5-2 game now.
Now back.
So a runner at first now with 1 away, and in to hit next the speedy Billy McKinney. From the belt, kicks and deals. Line toward the gap in left center, and that falls in for a solid base hit, his second of the night.
I'm shocked he got to that pitch right there. In today's game of loading up, leg kicks, toe taps, dropping the hands, trying to create launch angle, that high heater usually gets by.
So digging in next will be Travis Shaw. This is hit the other way out toward left field. And the catch made right in front of the warning track as the runners retreat, and there are 2 away now. And this throw gets away from him. Now at the plate, Reese McGuire. First pitch on its way.
Ball 1.
On the ground, back up the box, and it'll get through into center field, a base hit.
And that'll score the runner from second to make this a 6-2 ball game now. And he's safe.
Hey, that's what you try and do as an offense. You get a 4-run lead. They're a grand slam ahead, Dan, but you're a former closer warming up when you see a 3-run lead and then your offense.
Meanwhile here, this ball's given a pretty good ride out to deep left field, and that is going to clear the wall, a home run.
Well, the skipper called on him for a reason, and I can guarantee you one thing. That was not what he had in mind. First pitch, and it was out of here. That's a rough way to start your day at the office as a reliever.
Now batting.
Into the box, Kevin Biggio. Lifted down the line in left. And no one will track it down. 2 out, nobody on. Looks like he swung it underwater that time for strike 2.
When the pitcher on the mound's establishing this kind of heater, you got to come off everything else and find a way to get that bat head in the zone.
To 1-2 now. Here's the pitch. Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt. And the throw to first ends the inning. Anthony Bass, a 6'2" right-hander, jogs in to take over on the mound. First pitch of the at-bat.
The shortstop.
This one's flared toward left center. And that's in there, base hit.
That was actually a well-executed fastball in off the plate. Credit the offensive player. He smelled that coming, turned and burned.
No balls and 1 strike. 0-1 pitch on its way. Swung on but fouled off to the left. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Popped him up. Therefore it is Guerrero, and that's the first out. And now here's the cleanup hitter for the White Sox, Eloy Jimenez. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. Biggio trying to get there. He can't get to it. This one's down. He'll get it into second, and the throw will go to second as they get to force out. So to the plate is the White Sox DH, Edwin Encarnacion. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. 1 ball, no strikes the count. Down the left field line and deep. And that's going to land foul. 2 out with the man at first. And this will be a called strike 2. And trouble now as they're down to their final strike tonight.
Might have been taking all the way right there. That pitch couldn't have split the strike zone any better.
Throw on to first is going to be in time, and the Blue Jays make it 6 straight victories now as this one is over. So another game is in the books. Guys, what do you make of where things stand around the league as we head into June?
Matt, we are at the point in the season where certain teams have seized the mantle of front runner. If you're one of those pace setters, you are looking to keep your stride, and if you're not, then you're trying to keep an eye on who's out in front of you and see if you can either cut into that lead or at least keep pace and not be left in the dust.
Totally agree. This is usually the time when we start to see teams separating themselves a little bit, but there's a lot of season left at the same time.
Well, as teams do these days, Teoscar Hernandez is being honored in tonight's bobblehead gift. Here's George Springer. He'll get us started in the top of the second.
The center fielder, number 4.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center.
Giving chase is Hernandez. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning.
So one away here with the bases empty. And striding into the plate next will be Teoscar Hernandez. High fly ball out to straightaway center. There to play it is Springer, and that's out number 2. Now at the plate, Teoscar Hernandez. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Teoscar.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Fastball just misses. That's ball 1.
Get a good rip on it, huh?
Here's a breaking ball, but it doesn't quite find the strike zone.
2-0 to a guy with this kind of pop, you better be awfully careful because he's going to be swinging out of his shoes.
And he holds up here, but the pitch is a cold strike anyway.
That's an impressive pitch right there. If you're willing to throw a changeup on 2-0, that tells me that's a pitch you feel really confident with.
Here now the 2-2.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
No pitcher likes to take the count to 3-2, especially when you throw a non-competitive pitch like that on 2-2. That one wasn't even close.
And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out. Striding in for Houston, Yuli Gurriel. His prior history versus this arm, it's been a steady 5 for 9. Pulls this one in the air out to left.
Waiting on it is Hernandez.
He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
No runner, cut hold.
So that'll bring in Teoscar Hernandez. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. No runs, just 1 hit, 1 error thus far for Toronto. Checks his swing, but this will be strike 2 called.
Man, this guy's really pitched well so far, attacking the strike zone, and he's really kept these hitters off balance.
Count is 1-2 now.
Hey, let her rip.
And now a pitch on the way. Hit in the air toward the gap in right center. Chasing after it is Tucker. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the... Into the box now, George Springer. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep.
There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. And it's gone!
It's a 3-run lead now, and that doesn't...
Stepping in, Teoscar Hernandez. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. First pitch coming, here it is. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball.
Well, the Blue Jays have been searching for that big hit pretty much all game. They're hoping they get it right now. This would sure be a good time.
2-0 to the Jays left fielder.
What a great opportunity to come through right here. 2-0 count, runners on base. Find something middle of the plate and let it rip.
Lazy fly ball out to center field. Springer has a read on it. 1 down. Next up for the Stros, Yordan Alvarez.
Number 44, designated hitter, Yordan.
This is in the air to left field.
Giving chase is Hernandez.
He's got it. A great running play, and that... Well, guys, unfortunately, Hernandez did not get a lot done at the plate in this game.
No, he didn't. And as we touched on earlier, it's really important that he contributes to this club's success. We didn't see it tonight, but he has a lot to offer. We'll look for him to bring it more in future outings.
And that brings up the left-handed hitting Travis Shaw. Hoping to keep it tied. Here it comes. Now this is on the ground to second. Is he going to get out of this? Over to first. He does get out of it. So here's Trey Mancini. Fourth trip to the plate for him, and he's at risk of ending that nice hitting streak that he's put together.
Yeah, chances are it's on his mind, Matt, but you just have to let that get out of the way as best you can. You have to approach this at bat just like any other. Otherwise, you're just getting in your own way.
Richard is there. One quick out to start inning number 9. Ready now for Baltimore, Anthony Santander. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. In there at the letters 0-1. And he buries a breaking ball that time. Good pitch, and it's 0-2. Pitch on the way.
The count is 1-2.
Basic pitching right there. 0-2 fastball up and out of the zone. Change the eye level. Now time to go to that curveball down and away.
Ball 2. Ball 3. 3-2 now.
Wow, from 0-2 to 3-2, and that last pitch on 2-2 wasn't even close. He had this guy in the ropes, but now he let him right back into this at bat.
Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Oh, a fastball swung on and missed, and for the second time today, he's gone on strikes. In now for the O's, Renato Nunez. He flew out in his last at-bat. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. Pitch taken several inches below the zone, in fact. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Hot shot on the ground to short. He's got it. And the off-balance throw is right there for the 3rd out. Paul Fry comes on to work on the mound, hoping to send this one into extra innings.
Number 51, Paul Fry.
And they start him out with a slider. Good spot, but he doesn't get the call. 1-0. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. The 1-0. Grounded to the right. Oh, look at the sliding stop. It's there, and he's out. Randall Grichuk at the plate now. He was a double play victim last time around.
He doesn't have to worry about that in this situation, Matty. No one on base right now. Try and get something up so you can drive the baseball.
Here's the 0-1. A drive to left. Get out of here. Get out of here. Gone. They win it. Santa Maria. A solo shot here to left. And with one swing of the bat, this ball game is over.
Well, they say better late than never, and that's obviously something that he takes to heart as he puts a charge in one for a walk-off homer. Got to be the best feeling in all of baseball.
Up next for the Rays, Willie Adames, working on a good line in this ball game, 3 for 5 thus far. Hoping to limit the damage, here's the pitch. Kiermaier on second, Wendell on at first with 2 down. Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now.
Hey, this isn't going to be an easy save. These guys are making him work for this one.
Now a swing and a fly ball, and this should do it. And he'll get under it to make the catch, and the Blue Jays make it 6 straight.